All right, guys, in today's video, I'm going to show you how to do a text or email blast out of the software. So this is going to be a 3 or 4 step process as far as the text message is concerned. So there are simpler ways of doing this, like if you just want to send out a one-off message or some kind of text or email blast about COVID announcement or whatever the case may be. But if you want an actual campaign that's kind of dynamic based on if the customer books an appointment or if they don't, or if they reply or if they don't, then this is the process that you would start with. So to get started, the first thing you need to do is decide who you want to send this to. So if they're already in GymGrow, there's a couple ways you can do it. You can send it to everyone. You can send it based on a tag, like people who opted into my challenge ad or my Fit by 50 ad, or people who no-showed an appointment, or whatever the different tags are. So tags are really, really important in this system because you can separate your customers and speak to them specifically about their current situation and speak to them directly. So if they're a challenge no-show, I could say, hey, you no-showed your challenge appointment, XYZ, and it makes it a lot more personalized, which gets you better open rates, better response rates, right? You can also upload a list. So the first thing that I would do is I come down to contacts, I go to add contact, import contacts. Then I select a file that must be CSV. And I'm going to go find one of our lists that we do, just use a random one, because I'm not actually going to submit it. But let's say I have my challenge leads. These are my old challenge leads from 2018 to 2020 because we came up with new programs and I want to hit them again, right? So if you have old leads that never converted, or even if they did, maybe you send them a message and let them know, hey, we got these new programs for 2020. Here's the deal, right? Upload the list. Oh, sorry, I forgot I need to, let me do a CSV file, see what happens when you don't do CSV, right? So here's my CSV file. Actually, let me pick one for the same location just in case something messes up. Uploads, and then it says, here's what your fields say. First, what does that equal in our system? First, last, email, phone is right, tags, because I added tags to my CSV file because I went ahead and put a tag on all of them that said text blast 1 or whatever. And so then you continue. It shows you a preview, which that all looks right to me. Click continue. I want to update them with the data in the document, but only if the fields are empty. So I want my software information to stay because that's the most recent information they've given me. But if there's something empty, like if we gained a phone number we didn't have before, then add it. But don't change the email from my list to my system because your list is probably old. And then you decide you want to add some tags. So for example, if you're uploading from Club OS, maybe you want to put Club OS or members or whatever the case may be so that you can separate those contacts from all the rest of your contacts inside GymGrow so that later on you could search for them specifically and find them in your list, right? So let's just assume I said members and I can make a tag, or you can say Club OS, whatever, you can make a tag and then add them. Or you don't have to add a tag at all. That's up to you. I'm not going to click done, but after that, it'll start the process. You'll see it like going 0 to 5,000 or however many you list are, and then it'll complete. Once that's done, come under contact requests and you could see your lists and if they were successful. So you can see that the other day uploaded 524, 65 were updated, 52 failed. That's probably because of bad email, bad phone number, whatever the case may be, right? All right, once I get that done, the next thing I need to do is create my campaign. So for the 3-step process that I'm doing, we have 4 campaigns down here. And notice I named them Text Blast. That makes it very easy for me to know. So this is how it works. Text Blast 1 goes out, and it's basically a text message saying, hey, we have this new 7-day pass deal going out. If you want one, just reply or book an appointment for your first class to pick up the voucher. Here's the link. And then they can click that link and they can book the appointment. 2 days later, they get a sense of urgency text. Hey, we only have 2 left for the free unlimited pass. Reply with date and time, or you can pick up below. If those people do not respond at all and don't interact with either one of these, I have a process under campaign configuration where the next campaign they go to is the Text Blast Step 3 free gift. So if they don't respond to either one of those messages, and you go to Text Blast Step 3 free gift, it basically says, hey, everyone, we were so overwhelmed with the response. We sold out. For those that missed out, we have a free gift waiting for you. Just come by the gym at regular hours and let the front desk know. So it's a way for us to kind of stir up some more traffic and get people to actually come to the gym. And you can make this say whatever you want. You could say something like, hey, I know you guys missed out, but if you're interested, we'll give you a free fit body scan, or we'll give you a 15-minute phone consultation, or whatever your offer may be, right? Cool. So once they only have a couple options that they can do on the first message. They either book the appointment, which would put them in our appointment reminder. If they no-show or cancel the appointment, they don't actually show up for that appointment, I take them to step 2. And the step 2 says, bad news, you missed your appointment for the 7-day pass and we filled up in 48 hours. Good news is we're offering everyone who couldn't make it a complete free in-body 3D scan and fitness consultation. Let me know if you can make it this week. Feel free to book. So it's a second chance for them to opt in, right? They already opted in. They said they were interested. They didn't show up for whatever reason, right? So we give them a second chance and kind of add a little added benefit to the offer. Now, so they either reply, which your replies will show up in your conversations, just like they normally would, right? Or they book an appointment, which they would get the appointment reminder, or they don't do anything and they automatically go into the last ditch effort, which we do as a free gift. Then if they have an appointment and they don't show or cancel, they fall into this. So it gives them some different options and it makes it a little bit more robust of a campaign strategy that we're doing. So those are the 4 campaigns that you have built out. I'm more than willing to copy this over to your account if you're interested. The next thing you need to do after that is you need to do some triggers. So let me hide my face real quick. And when you come into triggers, there's a couple you have to set up. So here's the first trigger. Appointment status is canceled. If the appointment status is canceled and has this tag, if you add a tag to yours, you can. If you don't, that's fine. Add them to step 2, no-show appointment and consultation, and add the tag appointment canceled, right? So if they cancel, it causes an action. If they no-show, it causes an action. Put them in step 2, my no-show campaign. If they book an appointment, I want to put them into my appointment reminder campaign and also send me a notification. If they no-show reply, so when they're in the cancel or no-show campaign and they reply something like, oh, I'm so sorry, I apologize, my kid was sick, I'm going to stop that campaign and put them, and it'll send a message to the conversation for me to look at it. So I'll know I need to look at that and then reply back to them, hey, I completely understand. Here's the calendar if you'd like to reschedule, right? So that's basically how those triggers work. Again, if you need these triggers, I can go ahead and copy them into your service. That's not a problem at all. Basically, all I would do, if you have multiple locations, the same thing would apply for you, is you come to duplicate, pick the location, and then copy, and it'll copy it right over for you guys. And then you just have to go in and change the details like usual, right? Lastly, once you get all of that set up, another thing you want to do is go into your settings and get your calendar link. So there's a couple ways you can do this. You can have them opt into a funnel in which you would put your funnel link, right, into your text message. Hey, click here and opt in. Or you can also take your calendar link. So let's say I was getting them to sign up for kids jiu-jitsu, for example. I click my link. I copy my link. I come to trigger links. I make a new link and I paste the URL in there. And what it does, it makes the list here, which you can see. So I have all these as trigger links. Why is that important? Let me show you. When you're making your campaign, for example, let's go into my 10-day trial, and I'm making this text message, I can click the trigger links drop down and the option is right here. So let's say I didn't do that and I copied this link and I pasted it in there. Then when I made my next text message and typed it all out, I'd have to come back here, copy it, paste it in there, whatever. Instead, I just make it a trigger link and make it super easy and simple for the dropdown. Same thing with all your other custom values where you can put their name, phone number, whatever you want, right? So it just makes it super easy for you. So cool, that's trigger links. You can also use custom values. That's another way of doing it. Once you have all of that set up, to actually make it go out, you have to do a bulk request. And so for bulk request, you'll create a bulk request, name it whatever you want, text blast, let's say 21-day trial, and then you select your campaign. So the first campaign you want to go out is my text blast step 1. I want it to go out, I'll put now, for example. I want to run it for all contacts and then put in specific tags that they apply for. So I listed my text blast 1, 2, 3, and 4. The reason why I did that is because we have a list of 10,000 people and I broke them up into segments and I don't want to hit them all or double hit them. So if they have the text blast 1, they will not get text blast 4. So it's just a kind of extra layer that I did to make sure that we're not oversaturating people in our list. And if somebody opted in 15 times, they're not also getting the message 15 times, right? Or you can do no tags and it'll send it to everybody that you have currently in the system. Once I hit add, I'm going to go ahead and do this real quick because I'm going to cancel it anyway, so it won't matter. Then you'll see your bulk request in here with a play symbol. When you hit that play symbol, it turns it on. It means that it'll fire on this date. And then that's it. And then it'll run and you can see that it'll say finished. It'll tell you when its next execution is and how far along is it, all that jazz. And that's the complete process. So to walk through the steps one more time, you need to upload your contacts if they're not already in there. You need to create your trigger link of either your funnel or your calendar that you want them to click on, right? The call to action. You then create your campaign with the text or email sequences for as many as you want to send out for as long as you want to send out. And then you do the bulk request to actually make it go out. So if you guys are interested in doing this and you want me to copy over my triggers and campaigns so that you can manipulate them, just comment in the group and let me know, and I'll be glad to add it over to your account. Okay, guys, talk to you soon.